Hello YouTubers. I'm going to do a video which is a response to a comment. 3 days ago, Chris Sampson made a comment. He had watched my 20 gauge bolt action video where I shot a goose in it. And he said, just got a bolt action super goose. Can you recommend a load? So I assume he's talking about the Marlin Goose Can, the 10 gauge version, which is the model 55-10. And as far as I know, I think I'm not sure when the last year of manufacture is. So I can't actually recommend a steel shot load. I wouldn't want to recommend a steel shot load and then come to find out it wasn't made for steel shot and the barrel blows up in his face or something. That would not be good. But I don't know. I'm not sure when they quit manufacturing them. I'm not sure. My stepdad, my first stepdad, the one who taught me how to hunt in the first place, he had one for a while. It was after we had quit hunting together. But I never took a good look at it to see how thick the barrel was. But if it's anything like the 12 gauge version, I had a 12 gauge version. I had a extra full choke in it, an extremely tight choke. In fact, I missed more birds than I hit with it. Of course, I was not that good a shot at the time. But anyway, if you reload, definitely ITX shot would be safe for it. Bismuth shot would be safe for it. Of course, lead, but you can't legally use lead on waterfowl. But you could take some long shots on pheasants with that sucker, no doubt. But if you're going to try steel, I wouldn't recommend steel shot until you find out for sure how late it was manufactured. And if it is a really tight choke, if it's got enough meat, if the barrel thickness is thick enough, you could have it reamed out a little bit. Make it a modified or maybe improved modified, and then it might be okay as long as there's still enough thickness there. Or if you could find a gunsmith that could drill it out, and tap it out for a choke to where you could change chokes in it. But usually it's a 12 gauge only thing when it comes to that. It's probably hard to find a gunsmith that will do 10s. But myself, I would probably try it, but I can't recommend anyone else does. But if I did, I would probably try to stick with number 2 shot or smaller until I was pretty sure that it would be okay. No larger than BBs for sure. What you could do is take a caliper, either a dial or digital caliper, and measure the thickness of the steel in the barrel and compare it to other guns that are made for steel shot, and maybe it's thick enough. Also check the choke. If it's a full choke, it's going to be about 0.740. If it's tighter than that, a turkey choke would be about a 0.730. Of course, the Terror tube is tighter than that, but that choke's specifically designed for steel. So what I would say is, if it was mine, I would like to get one of those guns actually and try it out. I wish my stepdad, he had sold his. I wish I would have known him when he was selling it. I would have purchased it. They're probably hard to come by now. The 12 gauge version, I had a 12 gauge version of it. Back when I turned 18, I went to a gun store and bought one. And boy, that thing kicked like a mule. 36-inch barrel on it. And it would give me a headache after about half a box of shells. But that thing had a really tight pattern with lead. And with steel, it probably might blow the pattern, possibly. Except maybe with small pellets. I don't know. I no longer have the gun. I traded it years ago. I wish I wouldn't have. I'd like to still have it. And if I see one at a gun show, I might buy one. just because I'd like to replace all the guns I don't have anymore. But I actually saw a guy, this is no lie, no exaggeration. I saw a guy shoot a giant Canada with it, and it weighed 17 pounds. At least that's what he claimed. Now, I shot a goose the same day with my 410. It's the only goose I ever killed with the 410. This was back when we could shoot lead. And mine was a small goose. It was probably like 5.5 pounds or something. And we were part nets to each other, and we compared the geese, and it was, it looked like a pigeon next to a pheasant or something. His goose, he was holding it, was dragging on the ground. It was friggin' huge. He worked at the same place my stepdad worked, and that's when we found out the weight, as he said he weighed it. He had shot it slightly after hours, and the game warden showed up and wrote him a ticket, but he did not confiscate the bird, which was nice. He let him keep it. But yeah, he told my stepdad the next day at work that it was 17 pounds. As large as that bird was, I could believe it, because it was huge. The largest goose I have ever shot is 14 pounds, and that was huge. So, and you can look up the world record. The world record is 26 pounds. It's a turkey-sized goose. It's hard to imagine one that big. And it's a pretty old record. Most of them taken nowadays are between 10 and 14 pounds. But there are a few out there. If they live long enough to get large enough, a large male. My video about, there was a goose that I did a video about that I didn't shoot. I seen it fishing and I photographed it. It had a neck collar on it. And it was a Western Canada, probably 9-10 pound female. It was 16 years old according to the data. Its mate is what I was interested in. Its mate was huge, and I think its mate would have went 15 pounds or more. But I only seen him out here at Mackay Reservoir that one summer. She was banded 50 miles away at Ladd Marsh, and I never saw her again here. And that was back in 2012, I think, so I don't know if she's even still alive. But I was sure interested in that mate of hers. That was a huge bird. Anyway, I hope I answered your question as satisfactorily as I could. I can't say, yeah, go ahead and run a load of steel through that, because if you blow yourself up with it, then I'd feel like I was at fault for it. So, while I might try it, I can't recommend that anyone else does. But then again, that maybe they manufactured them late enough that some of them were designed for steel shot. I just don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching, and my voice is kind of scratchy. I've had some kind of respiratory thing for the last week and a half, and a lot of people where I work have it. So I just got enough voice back to do a video. But anyway, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, and you can support me on Patreon. Most people don't. I know most people want stuff free, but it would help offset cost on cameras and cards for cameras and other things. Anyway, thank you. Goodbye.